Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, July 29th, 2021. My name is Corey. I'm out here with Bulldog Rooter. This is a video upload for job number 225-01441. What we're looking at here is the city sewer. It's 91 feet out from the toilet flange in the basement. As you can see, we drop into it here. This is where our 4-inch clay tile begins. There's a slight offset right at the hub, which is a very common thing to see. And as we start to pull back here, see there's one more little offset, nothing too crazy. That's just from the ground naturally settling. You'll always be able to tell where the bottom of the pipe is by where the light is reflecting off the little bit of water, which right now is about the 11 o'clock position. Our camera does get inverted sometimes down there. So we pull back, another slight little offset, water still flowing through, no roots growing in there. There's a little offset with some roots right there. This offset is in the positive direction. As you see, our camera will drop down, so it's acting like a waterfall. This is a good thing to see. When it's in the opposite, it's not as good. You start to get bellies, but there's no bellies in this line here. Once again, slight little offset from ground settling, going in the positive direction. Pulling back here. You can see everything is open and clear. That's what we want to see. Here's a little bit of roots in here, nothing too crazy. It's pretty common to see that. No complete blockage. That's probably only like a 5% blockage. Right here, this is our biggest culprit where the roots are starting to come in. That's right about 70 feet out from the toilet flange there. It is building in from the right side of the pipe, because the bottom there, you can see our water trickling through, so it's not impeding anything. A good Rudex treatment or cabling will easily clear that out. Continue to pull back, just a couple stragglers, seeing them coming at the joints, which is the most common spot to see them. A couple more there. And then on the top of the pipe, you see that little bit of white there. That's more or less spider webs and insects that live down in our sewer line.
In there?
Oh yeah. As you keep pulling back, you'll see where the water tends to flow. It has that nice clear red line, and then everything up top. And that's just because it doesn't get hit with water. Everything's looking really good through here. Nice fluid motion. Everything's smooth. No cracks, no breaks. Right now we're 50 feet out. Doesn't look like this line has been flushed too much recently. There's just some baby roots hanging out on the bottom there, but they're not growing in through there. There's a little root right there. Overall, this line so far has been in really good condition. Here's some roots coming in, as you see. Right now, the bottom of our pipe is down about our 7 o'clock position. It's super common to see the roots start growing down from the top and the sides, just because of the way they grow, and then as it chokes down through the bottom, that's when you get your blockages, but these are all nice and open. A couple more roots right there. And that's human waste. There's some more roots right there. And as you see, it's just a common thing through these joints. So this line is definitely going to need cabled, a matter of how often. It kind of depends on how the roots grow. If it hasn't been cabled in a while, probably got a couple years in between cable-ins. Or if you stay on top of treating those with Rudex, because they are small enough that the cable won't grab them, but Rudex will definitely get the job done.
So is that just something you put in the toilet and flush?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And then as we keep pulling back here, you can see it's nice and open. Right there we got a slight gap, but everything's flowing through there. A little bit of waste. Then we're 20 feet out now. Just see, this doesn't look like this line has had much water flush through it recently. We don't have any bellies, no cracks, no major offsets. So now we're into our cast iron. That transitions right about 14 feet. This is normally located right at the edge of the house. We run our cast iron. Pull back here. There's a tie-in. That's probably where the kitchen line and everything else comes down and drains into it from. So right there we have just a very slight belly and a drop down. It's in the positive direction. As you can tell, it's about 2 inches, 3 inches long. That's something that could pose a problem if buildup starts to happen in there. Normally we see that when the bellies end up being several feet long, but it is something to be aware about. And then as we pull back, we're about to be coming up our toilet flange, which is ABS. And that's the downstairs toilet flange that we went from. That concludes this video inspection. Thank you for choosing Bulldog.